Yep, this always tickles old Ernie. And a bit of moss growing on the car. I never have trouble. Striking moss. Even scattering across, you will get quite a lot of striking. Very easy to strike. And I'm just wondering if this is the answer. It's the actual moss, not necessarily the liverworts. The liverworts are very indicative, but the moss is really the underlying story. That we've got the blonde peat misdirection. In other words, you don't want peat that has a lot of cellulose in it, because that breaks down sugar. We know the organism doesn't like sugar. And I'm just wondering, is this another thing? You need to pull off the leaves when they start to go yellow, because that's when the plant is pulling back any sugars, and you've got to ask yourself, as Stahl pointed out, if they're glycophytes, why are they glycophytes if the organism doesn't like sugar? Is it a control mechanism? Is the plant protecting itself from the organism? Is it also protecting and controlling the organism? So when the leaves are full of sugar, they're not going to grow. The organism isn't going to be able to form a symbiotic relationship with them. So, but when you pull the leaves off when they're starting to yellow from the thing, as long as you have a little bit of base there, you put them in, and also you put them in when it's cold, when the organism can't grow too well. So if it can't grow too well, then it has to form a symbiotic relationship with the plant. I don't know. But you want to do it when the sugars are low. So the combination of cold and taking old leaves, not new leaves. So this idea that, oh, you want to take a nice fresh leaf and strike it, maybe that's incorrect. Anyway, I mean, these plants look almost like wild-looking plants now, and yet they're in their cold part of the year, you know. So, you know, I'm just wondering if they actually go out at this sort of time of the year in North Carolina, because they're afraid of the snakearoonies. They're not willing to put some wellies on, you know, some gumboots, some galoshes, to actually go out and, you know, wade through the swamp with some heavy boots on. They want to go there when, yeah, when there are no snakearoonies around, when it's cold. So I don't know. Anyway, I've put some stuff, cuttings and plants in there, and we'll see how we go in the moss. The moss will be quite nice, but I might even go and get some liverworts. But I just thought, suddenly this struck me, maybe even the blonde peat is a misdirection. Yeah. So anyway, we'll see how we go. I mean, they're still growing, as you can see. Still putting up new leaves when they should be dormant. And yeah, even these are fattening out. And look at the colour on them too. The colour is a bit late. It's about 2 months later than it should be. But you can see that they're still growing, putting out stuff, and they're still green. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's all a bit of a con, isn't it, fellas? Every time they make a successful discovery, they push you off in the opposite direction. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Just a question, do they all have greenhouses? Because they want to keep it up to that 28-degree mark where the organism can grow in about 9 days. Question that, okay? Anyway, over and out. See ya.